Hello and welcome to this edition of 6 Feet Apart. Today I'm talking to Stephen, VP Commercial at Liege Airport, to find out more about how one of Europe's biggest cargo hubs is responding to the COVID-19 crisis. So Steve, if you can just tell me first off a little bit about you, yourself, your background, how you came into Liege Airport and cargo operations.
Okay. So hi, I'm Steven. I'm VP Commercial of Liege Airport since 5 years. VP Commercial. I've been working for Liege Airport for 15 years. If you look at the movements at the airport, 98% of the movements are freighters.
Okay.
When you look at the cargo throughput volumes, when we talk about our cargo throughput, which was 904,000 tons, it literally all flies on freighters, because the passenger operations that we have, as they are tourist charters, they don't take any belly cargo.
Okay.
So it's really a freighter operation, and I mean our slogan, our hashtag, that's something that for me is a nice new term, but our hashtag is freighters first, and that's really what we are all about.
Okay. And in terms of your operations and how they've had to change as a result of the COVID-19 crisis, obviously you say, you work remotely anyway, you're well set up to communicate with your team and have those relationships, but how have operations changed at the airports, or in terms of how you're working, how have you had to adapt to that situation?
We do have these scenarios. I mean, we were very much involved during the Ebola outbreak. We were very much involved. We had more than 100 charters during Ebola doing what we are doing now. So flying medical supplies to places where no passenger planes go anymore. Okay. We also had let's say the scenario in place, what to do with the pilots, how to quarantine, how to deal, how to make sure there is no, so we worked all this out during the Ebola, and we used that playbook to so we thought we were well prepared, let's put it like that. But of course we never expected this to hit Belgium this hard as well. And when the COVID came to Belgium, there was an additional problem, which was the actual staffing of the airport, because you can be as prepared as you like, but all our handlers, they worked so hard, all the people at the airport, and they managed to do our, let's say, normal business. But then what we saw on top of that is there were so many requests, additional flights from airlines who are in Liège, but also additional flights from other airlines, from charters, from all kinds of companies who know Liège is a freighter hub, so they like to come. And there we were running out of capacity. So what we did there is it was a quite bold move, where we in 5 days time put up a pop-up handling, where we released 5,000 square meters of warehouse. WFS came in with staff that was freed up at other airports, and some other service suppliers who are already at Liège Airport. All together, we managed to well, in 5 days time, we managed to get it up and running, and that will do additional flights, especially now that the WHO has assigned Liège as the hub for emergency supplies.
Perhaps the spotlight is now a bit more on cargo and freighter hubs, just in terms of what you do and the role you play, and the communities around you that benefit from all of that.
The fact is that normally with our business as usual, we are not in the spotlight at all.
Exactly.
We are now.
Yes, you've never been said about, And in terms of, just before we wrap it up, in terms of you on a personal level, like what kind of gets you motivated, excited about working, at Liège Airport, working with cargo and freight operations? What really gets you excited about that?
I mean, it's such a business where it really keeps the world turning. I mean, I don't want to exaggerate this, but I really feel that what we do is important, and it's mostly in the shadow, and now it's a little bit more in the limelight. But I'll be happy to move back to the shadow